So hello and welcome to a new video. This is not a build guide, this is something like if you're trying to research if the hollow palm is good or bad, what kind of problems you're gonna encounter. So this is something that to highlight it to you, how I took my adventure with hollow palm, because I tried to rush the hollow palm as quick as possible, and along that way I had problems and issues that I was able to resolve with some things. So I'm just gonna share that with you, and that maybe help you out a little bit if you're playing hollow palm as well. So you're probably wondering, can you start hollow palm right away? And the answer will be yes. You should be actually rushing hollow palm as quick as possible. The hollow palm early on the campaign has like a huge advantage that you no longer need a weapon, so you would have to upgrade your weapon and you would have to upgrade your skill gem as well to get the most amount of power. And every couple levels, like also 5 to 6, you would have to upgrade a weapon just to keep up with the damage. With hollow palm, as long as you just upgrade the gem, you have plenty enough power. Sometimes you have more power that you actually need, since you shouldn't be using any stuff over here, like absolutely no weapon. You just have to be, those two slots have to be left open, and just the gem will give you enough power. Sometimes I found it, even if you would craft like very peak like leveling gear, the hollow palm was still on the same level or sometimes even better. So this just makes playing like hollow palm early on way easier, because you just upgrade the level of the gem and you move on. That's one of the main advantages of the hollow palm. Right, so the first problem that you can encounter with the hollow palm, it's mana problems. I would say there's two ways of fixing. This is one like a very cheaply one, and one is the proper one. I will show you the very cheap one. The cheap one is you go over here, you spend 2 points to recover some mana, and you go over here to reduce the cost of mana skill over here. That's like a very basic solution. You will still have to use mana potion, but just a little bit less often, but it's still annoying. The proper solution, you have to go over here and take this. This transforms the physical damage that you get on like different pieces of your items from physical damage to elemental damage. Since I'm always doing elemental damage, I have pretty much infinite amount of mana all the time. I do not press mana flask, never. I have it on my toolbar, I mean over here, because sometimes you find those monsters with the blue ring and they're gonna drain your mana, so sometimes I have to press it, but that's pretty much very occasionally. But just because you click this now doesn't mean you have the leech. You have to get yourself from some source a percentage. In my case, I have on my ring, as you can see, it leeches 6.17% of physical damage as mana. Since now this node converts the physical damage into elemental, I can have infinite mana and just hold my eye strike button and I just move on. So that's the proper way of doing this. Now, I know you can have it, this percentage you can have it on the ring, on the gloves. You don't want to have it on gloves unless like early on, because eventually when you're gonna get rich and I'm poor, you have to have this like thunder fist, because they are very good for the unarmed build. That's exactly what hollow palm is. Another thing, that hollow palms actually struggles with clear, because you pretty much are in the melee range, so you don't have too much AoE, and especially when you're gonna be doing the abyss and there's like plenty of monsters and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I want to clear the screens. There's like I would say like a solution for that. It's this crescendo number 3, you get that from the level 5 support. So what does that do? When we do the kick version, it just makes 2 copies that they go around and just do the this like an ancestral call from PoE 1, but it simply mimics your kick, and it sends like 2 ghosts like in the nearest monsters. Like it has like a decent range. I would say like something around this, and so this literally makes your hollow palm clearing like on steroids. Now if you get this and you add Herald of Ice, you literally are clearing machine. You clear packs of monsters very easily, right? So even if you're early on the campaign and you're thinking to yourself, okay, how I'm gonna get like level 5 support gem if you're like in the Act 1, because you can use this from, you know, Act 1. There's no level requirement or something like that. Just you need to have dexterity, you need to have this gem. Either you go on a trade, you do it the classic way, or you can go to Angie if you want. And if you go over here, Uncut level 5, you just do Exalted Orb, and it cost 1 Exalted Orb, so it's pretty cheap just to buy it and improve your Hollow Palm clearing. I think that the Hollow Palm, where we're gonna be struggling, is like on the like T10 and above, because you're not gonna have like crit chance. I might be wrong on this, because currently I have some crit chance over here. I'm trying to get this cluster. I have over here some crit chance, but my crit chance currently is at 20%, and that's kind of low, because I want to take advantage of the Monk ascendancy over here to ignore the resistance. Then I could respect those cold penetration over here, the cluster. Now, maybe if I get a better chest, because my chest is kind of poopy, I would say, I'm gonna have like, you know, more crit chance because of that. Then maybe if I take this cluster, I will have a little bit more crit chance. And I'm missing the big beefy item, that's the Thunder Fist. They have about 1% crit chance if you are unarmed, so that's like a big upgrade as well. Currently the Thunder chests are ridiculously expensive, so I cannot just buy them. But if I cannot get to the crit chance to about 51, or like very close to 50%, like 51, 52, then probably I would have to go back to staff, because, you know, I won't be able to take advantage of the nodes over here with the crit and I mean penetration of crit. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, that my Hollow Palm might actually struggle with capping the crit, getting the high like percentage chance of crit chance. So, you know, I'm still early on, so, you know, I'm gonna have to like get some crit chance and so on and see how it goes. Just to summarize this, Hollow Palm from the campaign, as you know, early on as I could get it, it was great. You had a lot of damage. You didn't have to take care of your weapon constantly. You have a gem, okay, it's level, you get like a higher level, you get more power, and you just move on. It was a fantastic campaign experience. If you want to start, here's what I would recommend you to do about like passive tree. You go over here, you go from the skill speed, you go over here, and you just move on over here. You take the Hollow Palm. Now, once you have the Hollow Palm, what I will do, I will skip this for now, and I will go over here just to rush this for the mana leech, and then I will get myself the ring for the physical damage leech as a mana. Then you take this keystone, and then you don't have to worry about the mana. Then you have like, you don't have to worry about your weapon, because you don't use any weapons, and you just simply play the game. You find a gem, okay, that's your power, like of my Ice Strike or whatever skills you're gonna be doing. You level up the gem, you get more power, and you move on. It's very strictly easy, and it's fun. It's fun, it's great, yeah, because you have a lot of power with pretty much minimum investment, right? Maybe in the late game the Hollow Palm will fall flat, and there's gonna be more struggles. That's a possibility. So if that's happened, then you're gonna have to transition into Monk staff and something different.